Hi, welcome to this second video tutorial on testing. If you have watched my previous video tutorial, it was about the importance of testing and why testing is important, and we said that we are going to do a series of video on requirements and documentations and development. So on this second video tutorial, we are going to talk about what the requirement of the application that we are going to test, and try to propose. It will be a type of proposal. So you have been requested to develop a brewing control of the coffee machines. So you can see a brewing control. This is the heart of the coffee machines. So everything that's been done, process is done there. So step by step you are going to discover it. So yeah, as I have already said, the objective of this entire series will be to successfully develop and test a control unit of brewing control of coffee machines. And for that we are going to give at the end of the testing, you have some deliveries that will have the code. We are going to provide the code, the defects, and the test plan. The test plan will have the architecture, risk analysis, and the test strategy, and next thing will be the list of test cases and then the test reports. So here is how the state diagram of the brewing control that we try to develop is going to look like. We have the initial state here, and then whenever there will be a request, then you have a display like whenever you click, you start the coffee machine, you are in front of the coffee machine, you press a button, then you have a list of available type of coffee. And then whenever a choice is selected on choice, then you will check the threshold. If that amount of coffee, if there is enough amount of coffee in the reservoir to fulfill the request. If not, if the minimum threshold is reached, that is the threshold. If no, okay, it goes to the delivery and then go back to the menu. If no, if yes, it means that the amount that we have in the reservoir is not enough. So an alert will be sent to the administrator and through maybe SMS or email notification, and then the administrator will come and then manually fill the tank with some milk or whatever. So this little bit how the state diagram look like. Very simple, just to show the things clearly. And regarding different type of coffee and tanks used, we have normal coffee with milk, without milk. We have normal coffee with milk, cappuccino, and coffee with milk. And then you can see here, like, normal coffee has water and powder only, while normal coffee with milk will have same as normal coffee but with milk, and cappuccino has water, milk, and espresso powder. Milk coffee has water and milk, of course, and then coffee powder. So this is the composition of the coffee type. And then these are the amounts, different amounts for each coffee. Like the tank of normal coffee will have each cup of normal coffee will have 250 milliliter of water and 14 gram of coffee. And you can see this one as the amount that each cup of the coffee type will have, and then the maximum, the tank capacity of the water in the coffee machine will be 4 liter, and the milk will be 1 liter, and coffee will be 1000 gram, that is 1 kilogram, and then espresso will have half kilograms. So yeah, and then the coffee machine will be operated by 2 type of user, that is the administrator and a normal user, with the administrator having the task to fill the tanks, and then the normal user is you, the person who want the coffee. And regarding the scope, what you are not going to do in this thing is about the decision of starting and stopping the brewing process. So you are not going to talk about this thing. So you are just going to take only the working part, then the rule to check after each brewing, and then input field parameter with field parameter things. You have the input will have, this will be the inputs. So these are going to be rules. You are going to check rule after each brewing controls, and then you also have some inputs will be field parameter of the tanks, as we have seen in the previous slide, the coffee type choice, and then we are going also to talk about the alerts and then admin notification. So that is what we are going to do. And then what is out of scope here is the payment mechanism and hardware and user interface. You are not going to test this stuff. And test strategy will be we are going to develop one application, and then there will be some errors, and then we are going to include some specific defects to make our tests more meaningful. And because it's a small application, so there are chances that you will have almost no significant defects. So we are going to include some of them and try to see if our tests will be able to detect them. And then we'll write some test cases. We will also discuss what are the test cases in the next sessions, and we are going to perform some testing unit testing using JUnit, because we are going to use Java as language. We are going to perform also the integration testing, and we are going to use mocking of dependencies, of course using the Mockito that we'll have the chance to discover in the next session too. I will dedicate a special tutorial on Mockito, what is Mockito, and then how to use it. Risk analysis, error reporting using Bugzilla. We are going to see how we can use Bugzilla for error reporting, and then versioning control will be there. We are going to use GitHub, and then static test with review, and just try to find some other people who will be able to test these things. And then because normally it's supposed to be a team, so because it's only one developer, I suppose that it's one person developing, so we are going to ask other people, or if you are a student, other students to test what you have done, and report the test plan. Write the test plan according to IEEE 829 formats. Next one is the product architecture. You can see here, like, we have one main class here that needs the display, and then you have the threshold here, and the threshold that will depend on the delivery and alerts, and the alerts that will depend on the admin depend on display. And this is somehow the simplified version of the product architecture of the coffee machine that you want to develop. And this is going to be how the interface will look like. you have one area here for the alerts, and then the admin button here, admin section here. Like if you want to refill, admin want to refill the tanks, you will click here and then manually enter the amount of the coffee or quantity of coffee that he has entered, he or she has entered. So you have some nice picture here for each coffee type with a button, like if like you have here cappuccino with a button here. You click on cappuccino, then you will be served, and then if the amount of milk when you click on cappuccino is less then it's not enough to satisfy the user needs, so the alert will be sent here, will be shown here that okay, please try to call the administrator, try to alert the administrator that it's not enough coffee. And yeah, the application can be extended to send it an SMS or email to the administrator, but for this simple application we are just going to show it here to alert the user that there is not enough coffee that he wants. And then the admin section will be a table like this one, like here. If the user administrator want to change the amount of water that is needed for a normal coffee without milk, you will enter them here. If you want to modify the maximum quantity of each ingredient tank capacity, then you will have to do it here in this below here at the bottom here. You will have to enter them manually. Yeah, and yeah, regarding the implementations, we are going to use NetBeans. Programming language will be Java, and then it will be a desktop application. Yeah, and so I hope that everything is clear. And after this small presentation, so this is what our intended plan for the testing of the brewing control of the coffee machine. So if there's something that has not been clear or something that I've made any mistake, please do not hesitate to send the comments. And thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next tutorial. Bye.